Hello everyone, this is Stephanie, your CSA coach, and it is week 7A of our 2026 CSA season. Emails went out yesterday. Check your junk folder if you did not receive it. Important information on there, details about what is in our share. There's a Blooming Glen Farm party on July 18th, so refer to that email for those details and ways to RSVP. And then there's also a veggie spotlight on our new potatoes this week. So jumping right into this week's share, we have salad mix or salad greens. Salad greens stored in the fridge, just like this. Once you're ready to use them, I usually fill my sink with water or fill a big bowl with water, throw them in there, swish them around, and then throw them directly into my salad spinner. Get them nice and dry and then serve them as a side or as a base for a larger salad. So you can just lightly dress these. They're delicious just as is, with just a light vinaigrette or just a oil and lemon juice, salt, pepper. Keep it nice and easy. They can be served with breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or you can create a larger salad and use this as your base. So grill some protein, add some other vegetables that you have in your share. You can even do a salad board. So we have the holiday weekend coming up. You could do a big salad board using this, using your romaine, and then all of our other vegetables as sides. Make a couple different options for dressings, and that works. So our salad board PDF is on our hub. So take a look at that and that'll give you directions. Kind of like a big charcuterie board, but salads and salad options. So stored in the fridge, just like that. Once you're ready to use it, it's often used as just a base for a salad. We have basil again, which smells amazing. Once you get home, take that rubber band off the bottom of the basil plant or the bottom of the basil stems, throw it into a glass of water. And then it stays on the counter. Basil likes to be at room temperature, so once you throw it in the fridge, it's going to destroy the basil. So keep it at room temperature on your counter. Basil, amazing for dressings, amazing for marinades, caprese salads, fantastic in sauces, great in like a tomato sauce. You can dry it to preserve it. You can also, I just read that you can freeze it. So that's another way to preserve it. Pretty sure that one of the next 2 recipes is going to feature basil just because we've been getting a lot of it. So I'm trying to figure out some different ways to use it. We've been using it in salads a lot, like a caprese salad, just like a cherry tomato salad, things like that. So stored just on the counter like that. It's also really good in cocktails, so you can infuse, like make a simple syrup and infuse your cocktails with it. You could do a lemonade. I'm pretty sure I have a strawberry basil popsicle on the website. What else do I have with basil? Oh, basil's fantastic in pestos. Sorry, I forgot that one. So if you have a large amount, you still have some from previous weeks, think about making pestos, and pesto is really, really easy to preserve. If you just put it in ice cube trays and then put it in the freezer, you can preserve small amounts of it, and then you just pull it out and throw it on top of pasta or on top of whatever you want. So that is basil. We also have scallions again. Scallions are stored in a large Debbie Meyer green bag, just like this, in the fridge. Once you're ready to use it, scallions are a light oniony flavor. So chop them up and use them on top of salads, as garnishes, really good in like mashed potatoes. They would pair really well with our new potatoes for this week. Great in dressings, great in marinades. If you have not tried the scallion rice recipe from this year, that was one of the first recipes I think from the season. That's fantastic and uses a whole thing of scallions. I was trying to find a recipe that used a lot of scallions. So try that if you haven't tried it. You can also preserve them. So fantastic if you chop them up really small, throw them in your dehydrator, and then I put them in a jar and then throw them in like a glass jar. Throw them in my spice cabinet, and then they're great in like quiches or soups or anything that you want to just throw it in over the season. But a great way to preserve those is to dehydrate them. We have summer squash, different varieties. Summer squash is stored in the fridge in your crisper drawer. Once you're ready to use it, wash them off. You do not need to peel them. You can eat them raw, so thinly slice them, put them on top of salads. You can, I like to slice them long ways and throw them on the grill. So they're great grilled, they're great sauteed, they're great in like a stir fry. So we've got a couple vegetables that would work in a stir fry. You can roast them, so you can do a big sheet pan veggie tray and roast them as well. So eaten raw or cooked, your option. Cabbage. Cabbage is stored just like this in your fridge. If you can fit it in your crisper drawer, put it in the crisper drawer. If not, put it on like one of the bottom shelves. You don't need to put anything on it, in it. Once you slice it, like if you use half, then I recommend wrapping it saran wrap, just to kind of preserve the second half that's in the fridge. This will last a while, so not something you have to use right away. Can be eaten raw. It's amazing in coleslaws. You can make sauerkraut with it, kimchi. You can grill it. So there's grilled cabbage. There's definitely a recipe for grilled cabbage. I can't remember if I called it grilled cabbage steaks, but definitely a recipe for grilled cabbage. You can saute it. It's really good sauteed with just onions and garlic, or just onions if you want just onions. So options there. We have cucumbers. Cucumbers are stored in the crisper drawer of the fridge. Once you're ready to use them, wash them off. You can actually wash them before you throw them in there too. Eaten raw most of the time. You can slice them up and serve them with a dip. You can just slice them, and I love to make basil salt. So that recipe has been posted several times on the Facebook group. That's another thing you could do with your basil, but sprinkling that on top of our like sliced cucumbers is really good. Cucumber salad, that recipe I know is linked in our email. There's also quick fridge pickles. That recipe is also in our email. So take a look at those for different things to use. We love cucumber salad just as an easy side. We have kale. Kale is stored in a Debbie Meyer green bag in the fridge. Once you're ready to use it, it can be eaten raw or it can be cooked. So a simple saute using the sauteed greens recipe. You can pair it with onions and garlic and just do a quick saute on the stovetop. Fantastic in salads. So you can chop it up and do a kale Caesar salad. There's also another salad that I've used kale with. So several recipes on the website. Kale chips are fantastic also. So all options for our kale. We just like to do like an easy, I rinse them off, I peel off the leaves from that main stem and just do a quick massage, add whatever I have in, and that's a side for dinner often, and everyone in the family eats it. So not something you really have to do a lot with. We have romaine. Romaine is stored in the fridge in a Debbie Meyer green bag until you're ready to use it. Once you're ready to use it, rinse it off. Most often used as a base for a salad. So like I was saying earlier, you could do a big salad board for the holiday weekend. You can also do the grilled romaine recipe. That was definitely a recipe for this season. Caesar salad, great for that. It's awesome if you're doing burgers. So this would work really well on burgers, or as on sandwiches, whatever you're using for the holiday. And we'll talk about holiday recipes throughout the week. Last but not, oh no, we've got two more. I almost skipped it. We have new potatoes. These were featured in our veggie spotlight for the week, so take a look at the email for lots of details. These are new potatoes, so they're not, they have like a, see how they have the peeling skin. These are stored in the fridge, typically in a loose plastic bag or a paper bag. Use them within the week. They're really good just sauteed. You can use them in place of any potato in any recipe. So we do a sheet pan with them, sheet pan meal. You can do the grilled veggie packets. We do have a lot of veggies that would work for that. So our squash would work, these would work, and that's a great holiday weekend item. There's a recipe for a herb potato salad that's on the website. So lots of options for potatoes, or simply chop them up and roast them. Last but not least, we have our celery. And farm celery, if you're brand new to the farm, is a lot different than the celery you purchase in the grocery store. Obviously, you can look at it, it looks a lot different. It's much more tender, great flavor. You're gonna store this in a Debbie Meyer green bag in the fridge. The entire thing can be used, so don't chop off those tops. Those can be used as well. There's a recipe for, I believe, a soup on the website, and there's also a recipe for a salad on the website. I think it was a celery salad. But the entire thing can be used. You can chop up those leaves and include those in a salad or a soup also. If you aren't going to use any portion of this, it freezes really well. So you can freeze it, throw it in a Ziploc bag, and then save it for soup season. But store it just like this. Once you're ready to use it, chop it up. A couple different items would be good for like a veggie dip too. So we have cucumbers, we have the celery, even the summer squash. You can make a nice veggie dip. That is it for this week. We have the holiday weekend coming up, so please share your recipes that you're going to be using for the holiday weekend, showcasing any of our produce. I will not be doing the unboxing next week, so stay tuned for that. I'm away, so we'll give you more details on that. I'll be back the following week, so I will see you all again in 2 weeks. Any questions, make sure you post on the Facebook group. Anything you're having trouble with, not sure how to use, getting stuck, also post and make sure you tag me just so I see it, because sometimes the post gets lost. I will see you guys all again in 2 weeks. Stay tuned for details on what's going to happen next week because I am away. Thanks. Bye.